Yo, you know what it is? We about to talk about victory, man. It's about to get crazy. It's getting crazy out here. Shannon Sharpe getting sued. Tariffs. All types of shit. Market going crazy. We about to talk about it on Victory Talk. Let's go. Yeah. You know what it is. Another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. I am your host, Big Brandon Carter. King Keto, Gymnasium Jesus, the king of ketosis. All right. And I'm here. I'm joined by my co-host and producer, the homie Nima. You know what it is. What up, homie? Also, we got my girlfriend, you know what I'm saying, Minovia, man, and monitoring the chats. She's gonna be reading all your super chats. I'm gonna get to everyone's super chat today, man. If you got a question, something you want to ask me, go ahead and super chat it. I'll read them all. She'll read them all. All right, we got a lot we want to get into today, man. I'm gonna break down this Shannon Sharpe case. I'm gonna teach y'all some shit about marketing. We're gonna do the market recap. It's gonna be a lot to learn. All right. You see, we're in this together. But first, I gotta talk about our sponsors. All right. The first sponsor of the show is the newsletter Big Money Methods. All right. First link in the description. Put your email in. Oh, no, it's not. It's one of the links in the description. Put your name in there and then subscribe. You get methods on how to get big money written by me and the homies. We got dope articles about how to get money. More importantly, I'm doing a free training on the 10 Commandments of Wealth with me and my boy Moneyberg. If you want to learn about investing, real estate, and business, like broad business, not just online fitness business, but just business in general, me and the homie Moneyberg, my richest friend, we're doing a free training on Monday, 10 Commandments of Wealth. Click the link in the description and sign up. So it's going to be live. I'm going to be on there. Moneyberg. I'm flying down to Chicago to do this with Moneyberg. And we're going to be teaching you all about the 10 Commandments of Wealth. It's 100% free. Click that link in the description right now. All right. It's Monday, April 28th. All right. I believe it's 7 p.m.
And it's the first link.
It's the first link in the description. All right. All right. Listen, guys, we got one more sponsor. And this might be the most important one, especially with today's climate. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Dot repellent. Dot repellent is a product we've been working on. And it's too late. Too many of our soldiers are falling to the thoughts. We're trying to get this out to the public as soon as possible because every day one of our soldiers is falling victim to some thought. Every day. The new one is Shannon Sharpe. We're going to get into it. But all your super chats go towards development of thought repellent. We want to get this out to the public. We've been working on this behind the scenes quietly for the last 2 years. It's genetically engineered to repel thoughts, right? So here's how it works. You spray this on your body before you go outside. All right. And to regular people, you just smell great. But it's been specifically engineered to only affect the DNA of thoughts, sluts, hoes, skanks, skeezers, scallywags, Jezebels, Puerto Ricans, and whores. All right. You spray this on your body and it will repel them, right? Regular women would be like, oh my God, you smell amazing, right? But then one of the people who you mentioned, when they get next to you, they might go into convulsions. And it's needed more than ever, man. Every day we're losing a new soldier. And I actually want to talk about this. Shit's getting out of hand. Right? Okay, all your super chats are going to go towards development of thought repellent. We're going to talk about it. First, I think some heroes have already contributed to the fund. Let's acknowledge these brothers before we help brother Shannon. Who the fuck names their kid Shannon? I knew a kid named Shannon growing up. He got killed in a drive-by. Oh, let's go with the super chats. What we got?
Yo, what? We have Pearson.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Brandon, love the message you spread, man. Been following you for a minute now, and the tracking has been key for me. How would online training work for Jiu-Jitsu? I'm a practitioner. Ideas.
Yo, first of all, shout out to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? All right. It would be difficult for you to teach jiu-jitsu as an online trainer. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, we haven't seen it work with jiu-jitsu or most martial arts, but we have had boxing coaches. But what they would do is they would use boxing as a form of cardio to help people get in shape. So typically the goal for online training what's most effective is body composition or health or some sort of health thing, right? Some result that's physical, right? But as far as skill development, that's pretty difficult to market. It's difficult to market, right? Because if you're going to teach a motherfucker to wrestle, right, you probably got to get on the mat with him, right? You know what I'm saying? You probably got to get on the mat, you know? But if you use martial arts as a body composition mechanism, right, to help them get in shape, that can work. That will work, right? So you can still wrestle motherfuckers in the gym, but when you're talking about online, it needs to be about body composition and or performance. But body composition typically works best because it's easiest to appeal to people's vanity. That's where the largest addressable market is. You know what I'm saying? So it might not be right for you, honestly, you know, if that's not your intentions. If you just want to like teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu,
Brazilian.
Yeah. Jiu-Jitsu. See, mi amor hablar, mi amor hablar Portuguese. You know what I'm saying? Is that shit from Brazil for real? Yeah. Yeah, the Brazilians be wrestling. I thought they just play soccer and shot people. It's dope though. That's what's up, man. Brazilians. What she said. All right. That's what's up. I ain't never been to Brazil, man.
It originated in Japan, actually.
Damn, you got a brain and some fat titties. That's what's up, man. I done hit the jackpot. Shout out to me. All right, listen, let's talk about listen, we got to talk about our soldier, one of our brothers who fell victim to one of these thoughts, the homie Shannon Sharpe. Let's talk about it. Where did this shit? Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, what the fuck? All right. Listen. One of my childhood heroes, Shannon Sharpe, has been sued for $50 million for an alleged sexual assault. Allegedly, right? Hold on. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying. Here's from fake news CNN saying former Hall of Famer and podcast star Shannon Sharpe was sued for sexual assault and batteries. He says it's a shakedown, and we're gonna get into it a little bit. You know, growing up, when I was in high school, I played. I'm old. I'm 42, right? When I was in high school, I played high school football, and I played tight end, defensive end, and tight end. I went both ways, no Diddy. And I was on I was always on the field, right? And tight as Shannon Sharpe was the tight end I looked up to the most when I was in high school in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So this really saddens me to hear that this goddamn woman is trying. I believe it's a shakedown. We're gonna go over it. All right, so check this out. Check this out. So allegedly, Shannon Sharpe. Okay, so this girl, man, her name is, what's this chick's name? Let me bring it up. I'm gonna bring it up for you guys. Hold up. How you say this chick's name? Gabriella. What? Zucchini? Gabriella.
I cannot say it.
Yeah, yo, can you say it? Talking to my girl. Can you say it? It's some weird name to start with a Z. She can't say it either, huh?
Well,
Can't nobody say it.
Find it. No, I have to find her
Gabriella Zoolander. Let's pull it up on screen real quick. Gabriella Zucchini.
Gabriella Zunica?
How you say it? What you say? What you say, girl? You gonna mess around and get Shannon Sharpe choked if you don't hurry. Don't make me Shannon Sharpe you. All right, hurry.
Zunica.
Zunica. All right. So allegedly, the homie Shannon Sharpe met this woman, Gabrielle Zuniga, Gabrielle Zuniga, you know, and she met Zuniga, Gabrielle Zuniga. Okay, Shannon Sharpe met the alleged victim, Gabrielle Zuniga, about 2 years ago, and they met in a gym in 2023. She was only 20 years old at the time. Shannon was 54. Swag. Motherfucking, I think the kids call that shit aura. You know what I'm saying? I think the kids call that shit aura. This is Hall of Famer on and off the field. All right? On and off the field. I know 20-year-old guys who can't get no 20-year-old ass. Anyway, they engaged in what she called a rocky consensual relationship. Now, according to Gabrielle Zuniga, according to Gabrielle Zuniga, she was sexually assaulted by Shannon once in October of 2024, and then again in January of 2025. Word. Word. Okay, let me ask you a question. That sounds like big cap to me, right? Because I don't know Miss Zuniga like that, but and I ain't never been raped, but I'd imagine I wouldn't keep kicking it with the motherfucker who raped me. I'd imagine, you know what I'm saying, giving them another chance to do it. But again, I don't know Miss Zuniga like that. All right, now Shannon Shannon put out a video giving his side of the story. All right. let's watch what Unc had to say.
Friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z.
So that's very important. So the lawyer who's representing Gabrielle Zuniga was the same lawyer who had the chick lying on Jay-Z and suing him, and they dropped that case, and the chick who was suing Jay-Z admitted that Tony Busby kind of pressured her to make up these lies about Hove, you know, that was later dropped, right? So that's important. That's important to note.
Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I wouldn't myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media.
So they only put out a piece of the video trying to make him look crazy. Are we gonna get into that video in a minute?
The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans.
Gabby Zuniga, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. All right. So, you know, the big dog was on the case. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're thinking. I'm thinking the same thing. What this whole look like? Luckily, my homie. Oh, fuck. One of my homies. Yeah. One of my homies, man, Grand Wizard Chat nigga. Grand Wizard Chat nigga found some picture of Gabby Zuniga. And you know what I'm saying, or Carly on OnlyFans, you know what I'm saying? Like here, I see what Uncle was talking about, but over here she looked like a young man. You know what I'm saying? She looked like she looked like she might sexually, she looked like a male school shooter in this picture, right? But this one, I was like, all right, Unc, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back into it. Shout out to Grand Wizard Chat nigga. You know? All right, hold on. He's doing Grand Wizard Chat nigga is doing good journalism right now. All right.
Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Hey, we love you too, Unc. No Diddy. All right. So listen. Now, here's the thing. This is right on the heels of Shannon about to sign $100 million deal. They find out he's about to sign $100 million deal. Next thing you know, white woman one half. Right? Because Shannon has gotten real popular lately. You know, he did the shit with Cat Williams. That interview that went crazy, got real popular. And you know, he's on ESPN, real popular. And he's been real popular for this thing. I don't know if y'all noticed this thing. He's been doing this Lakers in 5 shit. So I'll show you what I'm talking about.
White side, back side, sunny side, Lakers in 5. You're not beating the Lakers without a healthy Chris Paul.
Nope.
I'm not so sure you could beat him if you had a healthy Chris Paul. Hey, it doesn't matter. Chris Paul, Cliff Paul, Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Lakers in 5, not Chris.
This Lakers in 5 shit's been going viral, right? You know,
CP3, C3PO, it doesn't matter. Star Wars and Luke Skywalker,
right now,
Chris's Lair, bring them on.
That's who he is.
Lakers in 5.
Yeah.
Lakers in 5.
It didn't matter.
Right?
Phoenix Sun, Capri Sun, Mohegan Sun, the sun about to set. Lakers in 5.
All right, so he's going viral. He's hot as fish grapes right now, right? Now they want to sue him for that money. You know what I'm saying? So let's watch the video. Let's watch the video that Tony Bigsby, boo, I wish I had a boo button, that Tony Bigsby put out by that Gabby Zoo nigga recorded. All right, let's play the video. Oh, wait a minute. Before I get that, Shannon Sharpe also went viral about a few months ago because he got, for whatever reason, he was on Instagram Live while he was making love to someone. This happened. He was live on Instagram. There was 5,000 people watching. You hear this nigga grunting? You hear this nigga grunting?
But he posted on his IG.
Oh yeah, so I was like, anyway, let's hear the video that Tony Busby put out. Where's that fucking video? Oh, here you go.
Like, I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you.
Don't she sound like a young man? Am I tripping?
Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Yo, she sound like a high school. She sound like a young man. Yeah. Hold on. Let me keep going.
You want to be a dick to me now, so
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
I don't know that much. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you.
I'm gonna choke the shit out you when I see you. Sounds bad, but just wait a second.
Thank you.
Okay.
Come on.
Well,
Yes, you do.
Oh, hold on.
Or what?
well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
What's up, everybody?
All right, so they said that they put out that little clip. Listen, there's a lot of women who kind of like being choked. Nima, have you heard this?
Yes.
You tell me, have you heard about this? I heard about it.
I've heard too.
I've heard.
Yes.
There's women who like being choked. They like being, they like it, man. They like getting slapped. Like they're into it. And I believe the Gabby Zoo nigga is one of these chicks. Let's go. Let me show you how let me show you why I believe that. Shannon posted on his Instagram. He posted on his Instagram what she said, right? So it says some of the text. Oh, he posted on Instagram some of the text messages. Some of the text messages that Gabby Zoo nigga sent him. All right. She said, I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me while you're fucking me. Mind you, this is actually after the date on this. Oh no. All right. Yeah, I want you to put a dog collar on my neck and choke me. There's a lot of chicks who like getting choked. There's a lot of chicks who like getting choked. You know any of these chicks?
I have heard from my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. That they have interacted with women that have
Really?
Yeah.
This is all news to me. Someone like it, yeah. But she freaky, man. She want a dog collar around her neck while she getting fucked. Then she goes on this. Miss Zoo nigga goes on to say, "I know you miss his big juicy ass. $25K for each cheek." First of all, ain't no ass worth 25K a cheek. Ain't no $50,000 ass on earth. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but let's look at the date on this. Boom. This is January, right? Would you say that to someone who sexually assaulted you in October a few months later? That's how I know it's cap. That's how I know it's cap. Listen, again, I ain't never been sexually assaulted. But if I was sexually assaulted, I wouldn't be trying to kick it with the motherfucker after. You know what I'm saying? If some woman sexually assaulted me, I wouldn't be sending her freaky texts after, you know, if I was violated by this woman, right? All right. So let's go. I think we should read some more of the text, man. So she's out here asking for money, right? That's a joke, but whatever. Right. If you put that baby gravy in me, then I'll do, then you can do whatever you want to me. Baby gravy? Baby gravy, crazy lady, fuck you, pay me. Lakers in 5. All right. Then Miss Zoo nigga says to Shannon on November, again, after the alleged sexual assault, right? I want to put my tongue in your asshole and then marry you. Tongue in the ass. Love for the cash. Run for the pass. Lakers in 5. I don't know if you text that. I don't know if you text that to somebody who sexually assaulted you a month before. Personally, I don't know. I ain't never been sexually assaulted, and I don't know Mrs. Zoo nigga, right? I'm just going off of what I would say, right? Boom. She goes on to say, that's my daddy. Fuck. I want you to put a big black baby in me. This is why you don't fuck with white women. They always say some corny shit like this, man. Like, this is why. This is why you don't fuck with white women, because you got to talk to them. All right, you got to fucking talk to them. All right. Yo. Big black baby. Bitch act crazy. Witchcraft lady. Lakers in 5. I don't know. When I read these messages, it's how she want to get choked and she want to lick ass, and she wants baby gravy in her. Baby gravy. No wonder he slapped the shit out of this bitch. Right? It's like, yo, man. I think it's fucking cat, man. I ain't believing none of this shit. I ain't believing none of this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? See, I know you miss his big juicy ass. 25K for each. Come on, man. You don't send that to somebody after a sexual assault, man. You know? Straight up, man. Big juicy ass. Bitch choosing cash. Dig through the trash. Lakers in 5. And it's like, yo, she your OnlyFans lady, right? You know what I'm saying? So like, here's, this is this one. Oh, right here. She an OnlyFans chick, man. Here, look at her putting her ass on the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's like she an OnlyFans chick. What you expect, man? The fuck you expect? You know what I'm saying? Listen, that's this, guys. This is why we are putting out thought repellent. All right, thought repellent. This is easy to apply spray to keep the hoes away. All right. You don't need women like this in your life. There's a lot of good women out in the world. We're going to have thought repellent out, hopefully by summer, right? Because every day a good man falls victim to one of these thoughts, right? And it may not be 50 million. She may not be suing you for $50 million. You poor, right? But us ballers, man, we need this shit. We're going to have this out. Thought repellent. It only repels these OnlyFans hoes and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? But on some real shit, all this fucking being a player shit, all this having a bunch of women and shit, I'm telling you, once you become successful, it's dangerous because you become a target. I went on Fresh and Fit. I said this, motherfuckers started calling me a simp. No, this is what happens. You motherfuckers don't know because ain't nobody trying to target your broke ass, right? But once you get a certain level of fame, money, you become a target and get these motherfucking shakedowns. Like this shit, we're gonna see more of this. We saw what happened to Brian Johnson, the motherfucking vampire, that vampire guy who be like drinking his son's blood or some weird shit, right? You see, he got sued by his ex-girlfriend, right? She lost that suit, and then he countersued for defamation and won. So he's a fucking hero. You know what I'm saying? There's that baseball player who lost his fucking deal, and this chick said, and there was text messages where this chick saying that she was going to try to get all this money from him. You know, should be happening, man. Listen, they out here, man. These thoughts are out here. So we're gonna have thought repelling out by the summertime. That's a thought breeding season. All right, stay tuned. All right, listen, guys, we about to get into the Oh, in this video? Yeah. For what? Yeah. Okay. All right. You know what I'm saying? Listen, but if you don't need to, but most of y'all don't have to worry about that because you poor. Ain't nobody trying to target you. Don't nobody want your gravy, your baby gravy. Don't nobody want your baby gravy. You poor. Don't no thoughts want some broke nigga baby gravy in them. So you need to stop being poor. That's why. That's why me and my homie Derek Moneybird, we doing a free training this Monday. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Eastern Time. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we're going to show you guys what we call the 10 Commandments of Wealth. We're going to teach you all about investing in the stock market, investing in real estate, and investing in building your own businesses, right? Give you a comprehensive strategy to build generational wealth for you and your family. And it's 100% free. Make sure you register for that immediately, right? Because we only have so much space for this. We only have so much space. Last time we did this, too many people came in and the actual webinar software crashed. We don't want that to happen this time, so we're going to limit how many people can get in. Click the link right now. See if you can still get in. If you can, register for that, and let's get it. All right. All right, cool. I think do we have super chat? All right, we got Greg. Can you cool to wait for a second for me to answer super chat? Or you got shit to do? You got some Minnesota shit to do? All right, cool. No, he's gonna chill. All right, let's go. Let's answer the super chat real quick.
We have Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, BBC, I normally work close to 70 hours a week. Last week, stopped bullshitting, and I finally hit a full 80 hours. Funny enough, the most money in a week.
Yo, man. Yo, shout out to you, Leonardo, man. Yo, you work more, you make more money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been saying this shit. I ain't been saying this shit for man long. Yo, shout out to you, man. And, you know, me and my son, we went and watched the movie with you and your brothers over the summer. You know what I'm saying? With your brothers, Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello. It was a good film, bro. Like my son, he didn't really know nothing about the Ninja Turtles, but you know, I grew up with y'all, right? So so it was his like kind of his introduction to this whole your whole Ninja Turtle world, and the shit was dope, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit was dope. I like the new take on Rocksteady and Bebop. I liked it, man. I liked it a lot. All right, so shout out to you, brother. Let's keep that up. We look forward to the sequel. What else we got?
Stay focused. We got a follow up from Leo. The White brothers might have been onto something when they were witch hunting.
Yeah. Salem, back in Salem. I think Neema's crew, the Muslims, were on to something, man. You know what I'm saying? Get the rocks. Bitches out here acting crazy. Hey, man, let's get the rocks. get the fucking rocks. Let's go. Where the fuck did Greg go, man? Okay. All right. Let's get it. Yo, hold on. Mi novia, donde está agua para hombre negros? No agua con mesa para mí. Uno agua para negro fuertes, por favor. I speak a little Spanish. All right, let's get into it. Yeah. Yo, what up, man? Great. Let's talk about this motherfucking market.
It keeps flip-flopping, and so we need to keep flip-flopping.
Yeah.
Basically, the market's going crazy, and what I want to talk about today is the market bottom in, or do we have more downside to go? I'm going to give my forecast of the market. We'll break down some other markets. We'll break down crypto, and then a few individual stocks.
And we also got to give me props for the shit that I called out. We also got to show me love for help. If you followed the trade that I told y'all to take, you're way up. You know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, gold and silver have been really, really like in rotation. The performance of it has been outstanding. Right now, though, gold and silver are actually selling off a lot. But that's before, that's after the nice big winning trades that we talked about.
Oh, shit. Tuesday, like Thursday. Gold looked like it's ready for a...
It's coming into that dip buy zone, 32.59.
Yeah.
And why is gold dropping right now? Because the dollar finally recovered. If we take a look at $ DXY, the dollar was basically about to collapse, but then it did end up rebounding. It kind of put in like a double bottom, what we call. So that's where you make a low, you retest that low, you kind of make this little hump, this little H formation. Once you break above that H formation, that's a buy signal. That's a double bottom confirmed. So the dollar is rallying. It is still overall in a downtrend. There's still lower highs and lower lows. It's just how extended does this rally get? And once the dollar starts to top out, that can offer a new opportunity for gold. And people in the Victory Unit Discord, they're talking about, hey, gold calls absolutely paid. They did.
Yeah. No, you paid. I bought futures contracts for gold.
Hell yeah. So basically, I'm just going to wait for like 1 to 3 more down days on gold, and then I'll rebuy some of those call options.
Yeah.
And that's also kind of sparking a bit of the market rally since the dollar stabilized a bit. It's like, okay, now we can actually, the world isn't collapsing yet. So we're going to pump the stock market. And this is a volatile week. On Monday, the market gapped down and it had a big sell-off day. It was down about 3% on Monday. Then Tuesday, what's up? I know, right? But then today we did a gap and go to the upside, and we traded this in the morning futures live. There was just a beautiful opening range breakout. Mark your lows, mark your highs.
Yeah, we went crazy this morning, didn't we?
Yeah, mark your lows, mark your highs. Buy the break of the highs. Stop goes underneath the lows. Boom.
What he said, trade with us. If you guys wanted to trade with us, jump in our free Discord and then hit up Greg in there, the Victory Unit. The link's in the description. Hit up Greg, Young Candlestick, be like, yo, I want to join Victory Trades. And then you can get Greg's trade alerts Send them right to your phone, but you can also trade with us every morning. So we both trade the market every morning. We jump on Discord, trade live. It's a good time with the victory traders.
Definitely. You're really, really consistent with that futures trading.
I'm
It's
fucking
outstanding.
nice.
It's beautiful to watch you trade. It's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
When we're looking at the market moving forward, we're kind of still just trapped in a range. We've got lower highs, we've got higher lows. Is the market going to break out, or is it going to stay within the range? I think that the market, it could be bullish since, it's gapping up after hours. Most stocks are going to open up green tomorrow, but we could set a lower high and then tighten up. And what that can mean is the market might go sideways or nowhere for a couple days or weeks. And then the question becomes, does it break bullish or does it break bearish? And I think you got to be prepared for both, as with anything. Use the dollar.
Does any of this have to do with the bonds?
Yeah, it has a lot to do with the bonds. If the TLT stabilizes, this is our 20-year treasury ETF. It's stabilizing after hours. That's kind of causing the rally. Basically, the global financial system is not collapsing yet.
You need to diversify your bonds, nigga.
Yeah, I know. You got to diversify your bonds. You can diversify maturities. You can diversify through bond ratings. So if you have a super high rated bond, like an investment grade bond, you're going to get a lower interest rate, but there's a very low probability of that bond defaulting. You could, though, get high interest bonds, junk bonds, and that gives you a higher interest rate, but there's a greater risk that that bond will default. So it will default. So that's something really to look at. If the TLT is rallying, the stock market's okay. If the TLT takes out this low, I have alerts set at 85. We could probably see another leg lower in the overall market. I don't really care too much, though, because the SPX credit spreads and iron condors have been paying pretty much daily. Yeah. We're on
you were sending out great alerts to the victory trades about those iron condors and them credit spreads, man.
Basically, what this chart is this is a chart of SPX. The blue zones represent profit and the gray zones represent loss. All that matters is where the closing price is. And what's super cool about these credit spreads and iron condors is they're super high probability in nature. The risk to reward isn't always great, but as long as you get a decent entry, it's all taken care of. And it doesn't use any day trades if you don't close it out. So that's something to consider as well. So keep an eye out for that. Obviously, futures trading, we talked about gold, wait for the dip buy. Silver, I'd like to buy an extreme oversold dip on silver. Even then, silver is kind of rebounding right now, even though gold is selling off. So I expect silver to come into rotation. A good entry for SLV. This is not financial advice. I'm going to be buying silver near 28.32. Mark your charts. Okay, that's a free trade idea. And then this also ties in with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going on a rampage to the upside.
Bitcoin's going nuts, right?
It's going absolutely nuts. Ever since that breakout, we said over 86K, Bitcoin can start to get a good rally. If Bitcoin had broken underneath 76,000, that would have been bearish, but it's starting to break structure to the upside. So Bitcoin has another about, 2% before the next key resistance level. And that's going to be at about 95,000.
Don't worry. You'll probably be able to buy a dip if you want to go long. Just don't worry.
Generally, yeah. If you're a long,
you always get a dip.
Yeah, I mean, right now crypto, it's still on its hype train, so the momentum's still to the upside. But you might have to wait a few weeks or months, and you might be able to get Bitcoin back at 87,000. If you missed it on the way out, catch it on the way back in. Super easy.
I've been dollar cost averaging into the ETF,
Yeah, it's a great plan because you're smoothing out your average cost, and then as it works in your favor, boom, good to go. Yeah. And of course, you can wheel something like Mara as well. Like this is a decent wheel. It's at a lower price point. The options are super liquid. I personally like trading MSTR and MSTZ if it goes down. If I'm looking for like a bearish trade, I generally tend to favor MSTR, but lately it's been strong. And so I had to cut some of my bearish MSTR positions. I still think this can get clapped though over time. I think if Bitcoin goes through a bear market, which right now it doesn't really look like it's, Bitcoin's looking like a good asset class right now.
And with the ETF is IBIT, right?
Yep, IBIT. That's the way that you can trade options.
Mm-hmm.
You can take a look at one of my positions here. You can just go ahead and buy leap calls on this if you want. Go out to January.
I think, man, like, like I'm not against it.
I mean, you could just go out.
If you had a leap call, if you had to pick a leap call option, what would you do?
You could just go ahead and like buy the furthest out of the money, furthest expiration date. And if Bitcoin's really going to go to that $1 million per coin, this investment of $1,700 is, going to make you like 100 grand, 200 grand. I guess you could have just bought, the actual crypto, but IBIT tracks.
Yeah, I like options, bro. I like options.
Yeah, well, it's capital efficient too. Like you don't have to put up as much money, and you're like, well, I'm going to give Bitcoin 2 or 3 years. That's good enough for me.
All right, this is just for Brandon. Once you look at GC futures,
yep.
Where do you think a good entry is for
3205 is the dip buy. That's what I
3205. That's pretty low. Okay.
It is. If you want to get a little bit better of a price or front run it a little bit, GC 3262. That's kind of like that support net zone.
3262. I'm gonna mark this shit.
Yeah, set some price alerts there. Also, feel free to text me before you buy it, and I can just be like, yep, it's good. Nah, I'd wait a little bit more.
Yeah, and if you in victory trades, you can always hit Greg. What'd you say? What target was what you say? 52?
I would say this former breakout area. Kind of it's gotta be a zone. It's not gonna be
32.46.
Let's chart this out. So you can actually, I could put up like a volume profile, all that other crazy stuff, but look at this balance range. Rally, it does a rally, flags for a bit, and then rally. So if it comes back to that area, that's the former breakout area. It's about like 3264. So I'm going to set a price.
3264. All right. I'm going to put an alert there too.
Set like a cluster of alerts because it may bounce in front of it. It might bounce a little bit after it. But if it's oversold into that level, and especially if volume starts to decline, like it already is, that means that it has a better chance of a price reversal.
All right.
And it may not go straight up to the highs. It could do like a bounce and then put in a higher low and then do something like a bull flag and then a breakup.
All right. Because I'm still up in my position. I want to add to it. I just want to add to it at the right spot,
Definitely. Yeah. Patience will be key because the more it sells off, the more margin for profit you build for yourself, which is nice. And the tighter your stop loss can be. If you even need a stop loss, gold is in a
Listen, man, I ain't got no stop loss on this shit.
Yeah. I think that would be wise. If you're looking for some like individual stocks to take a look at Netflix. Netflix, it made new all-time highs today. 1,064. While the overall market is down.
That shit can't be stopped.
Yeah, Netflix is a dip buy though. If it could come back to like 1,000 down to like 985, that's the next demand zone. Some other stocks. Tesla reported earnings today. Tesla.
It's
within the expected move. It's not really doing too much. I actually sold an iron condor prior to earnings. So as long as Tesla is beneath 260 but above 210 by the end of the week, I'm going to make $200. My total risk though is $300, and I can close it at any time.
Okay.
Tesla, Tesla might offer a good day trade opportunity tomorrow, whether it's a bullish trade or a bearish trade. So that's something to consider. Google reports earnings later this week. Google pumping up right now. So I'd be neutral / bullish on Google going into its earnings report. I wouldn't just buy calls, but I think shares can be okay. Anything can happen though when it comes to earnings. Last time on the Victory Talk podcast, I said PLTR, something like 89 could be a dip buy. It went as low as 89.39 and then bounced today, but now it's up a lot after hours, PLTR. This could offer a day trading opportunity for calls. I wouldn't overstay my welcome, but PLTR could potentially get up to like 107, later this week. So that's another potential trade idea. I talked about ET, Energy Transfer. This is a good income stock. Fair value is $20 per share on that. And then I'm also starting to take a look at Disney. Disney got clapped. I think it could be putting in like a cluster bottom. And even if it doesn't, Disney's fair value is about $120 per share. So I'm willing to hold on to this investment for a number of years. Okay.
Right.
So I did buy a little bit of Disney today. And that kind of ties in with Nike. Nike looks very similar to Disney. They're both components of the Dow Jones. I would like to wait for oversold conditions though on Nike. I think it's coming to that point though. So maybe dollar cost averaging is a potential idea. And then the last thing is Berkshire, BRK.
Yeah.
B.
Yeah. Let's go.
Look for this for relative strength longs. Buffett's sitting on cash still. And, the market's not out of trouble just yet, even though it's green today and it's going to be green tomorrow.
And I wanted to ask you about that, right? Because look at the Russell.
Yeah. Should we check it out?
That's where most of the stocks are. So it looks like it's not a whole lot of participation. No, or at least not to the same degree, right? That looks bad.
And the Russell is breaking out. It's starting to lead a little bit. I think what we need to do with the market is just give it time. Let the Russell start to lead for a few weeks. That'll tell us, okay, the market might be bottoming out. You don't want there to be a head fake. You need the semiconductors leading. Semiconductors look like trash. You want to take a look at the transports. Transports look ugly. Yeah. Those are all our leading indicators.
The financial sector. XLF.
Financial sector's doing pretty well. Financial sector's doing pretty well.
Is it?
I actually closed all my shorts yesterday on the XLF. Okay. And I actually am long on JP Morgan now. I flipped from short to long. So JP Morgan gapping up now. I wouldn't overstay my welcome on any longs, and I might slowly build up shorts. This goes into the SPY. If the SPY gets up into like 555, that could be a potential short-term short. I don't think the bounce gets higher than 575, which don't get me wrong, that's another 10% up from here.
Okay. Are you ready to start buying some Germany? Look at that shit. It's right by all-time highs.
So this ties into the kicking pattern. So yesterday closed near the low. Today, gap up, closed near the high. That is bullish. We are at resistance right now. You can, as long as you can buy Germany if you can tolerate a pullback. You got to be willing to tolerate a pullback, let it pivot. Me personally, I'm not going to buy Germany until I get a new setup.
Okay. But I just like how strong it is compared to the SPY.
Definitely. It's a really strong market. And it's similar to FXI. China, big gap up today, 3.1%. Could China start?
Yeah, but that chart looks ugly, man.
It does look ugly. China's also just
ugly chart. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? China's no effects, Nima.
Yeah.
He's not Chinese, but he's Asian. Like saying Asia, but they like neighbors.
I do like the relative strength on Germany. I think I just need a new setup. Unless you're just willing to buy it and just hold
balls in, right? Yeah.
You know?
All right.
Yeah, that's just my overall take.
All right, cool. Does he have any super chats? No. All right, cool. Listen, guys, if you want to trade, if you want to learn more about this, you can join our free Discord, Victory Trades. I have free courses in there. I'm sorry, Victory Unit Discord. I have free courses in there. I have a free money mindset course called the Baller Mindset. I have another free course for fat loss if you're trying to get in shape for the summer. It's called Direct Hit. It's like I used to sell it for $200. Made a lot of money off it. Now it's free for y'all. And it's like Insanity, but it's heterosexual, which is cool, right? Some diversity, and yes, dope. And then Greg's giving free advice in there. But if you want to trade with us, hit Greg up in the Discord. Say, yo, I want to join Victory Trades, right? And you'll get Greg's trade alert straight to your phone, and you can trade with us every morning. The market open. Tomorrow. I'm trading futures, man. I'm nice. Wait. I mean, Greg's good too, man. We make a good team.
Definitely.
Because I know how you trade now. I can call out your setups when I see them. Sometimes you'll watch something else. I'll be like, nah.
Brandon calls out my setups. I'm like, oh, sweet. I just like click market sell.
I'm like, you're fucking alert. Yeah. I know how you trade now after we've been doing this for so long. I was like, bro, it's right there. Because you might be looking at something else, but I'm only looking at NQ.
It's perfect. It's the perfect dynamic duo. And we're building more and more talent with Victory Trades members. Victory Trades members are calling out trades. They're calling out good stocks. Where's the team that just wants to make money together? That's all we want to do. Just make money together.
White boy Brian being there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love hanging out with White boy Brian. He's so cool.
That's what's up. Anyway, he's all right. Anyway,
I think he's cool.
he's fine.
He's cooler than me.
All right. Anyway, I'll let you grab. What's going on? Listen, guys, man, I don't want y'all to end up like Shannon Sharpe. All right. That's why we got thought repelling, and all your super chats go towards development of thought repelling. We really need to have this out. It's getting more severe every day. There's a new baller getting targeted. Now, you don't have to worry about that if you're poor, right? Because these women ain't out here targeting the broke boys. You know, they don't want their baby gravy. They want they target the ballers. They target the ballers. Hey, but you need the ball anyway. You just start balling, get some thought repellent, right? Listen, we're gonna help you ball. That's why me and my homie Derek Moneybird, we're doing a free training Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 10 Commandments of Wealth. We're gonna talk about business. We're gonna talk about investing in the stock market. Moneybird taught me how to invest in the stock market. I wasn't doing no stock market investing, no real estate investing until I met Moneybird, right? So he put me on. It is Monday, April 28th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, go ahead and it's the first link in the description. Make sure you sign up. Some brothers said they already signed up. Let's get it. All right. Hey, let's talk about marketing. I need to start off my screen. No. All right. It's like, hold up, man. Let's look at this bitch real quick. Hold on. It's like, I guess if you an old ass man, huh? It's like, I guess if you an old ass man, that's good. You know, if you like fucking almost 60, that's probably lit. You know, Gabby Zoo nigga, you know what I'm saying? That's probably a good look for you. I don't know. That's not my style. You know what I'm saying? That's not my style. It'd be fucking, you know, she got a body kind of like a young man. But you know, it's man, he a horny old man. You know what I'm saying? And Zoo nigga hopped on his radar. He was with the shit. Yeah, she only 20. Zoo nigga was only 20 when she met Unc. Unc is 50, was 54 when he met her. That's kind of fire. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he's a fucking Hall of Famer on and off the field. All right. On and off the field. All right. Hey, I think we got a super chat. And then we're going to get into some marketing shit for that ass.
We have Julian.
What up, Julian?
Brandon, I'm a big supporter of what you do and the message you spread. Thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted to know, what is your opinion on the book by Napoleon Hill?
Which one? This brother wrote a bunch of books. You know what I'm saying? He wrote Think and Grow Rich. Maybe that's the one you're talking about. That's the most popular book he wrote, you know, and people really like that book. You know, I think it's a good book. It's kind of dated, but it's good. It's good, you know.
Here we go. The book Outwitting the Devil.
Oh, Outwitting the Devil.
I am 4 months clean of drinking and smoking thanks to that book and thanks to you. I cut it out cold, no trying.
That book is way better than Think and Grow Rich. You know what I'm saying? Think and Grow Rich. Freak a hoe bitch. See some more chips. Legacy 5. All right, and yeah, Outwitting the Devil is way better. That's a fantastic book. Yo, if you ain't get the audio book, because it's like characters, it's like a conversation, it's lit. It's better. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Hey guys, y'all want to learn about some marketing shit? I had started, maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I was doing the 21 dark psychological techniques to sell anything to anyone. And I only got through fucking 7 of them. And I want to try to finish it today. Let's get into it. Lakers. All right. All right. Let's get serious. Okay. So the other week I was talking about the 21 dark psychological tactics to sell anything to anyone, right? In the first book, and I went over a book called The One Sentence Persuasion Formula, which is a fucking classic, right? But I kind of broke down the 5 tips I got from that book. Now I want to move on to one of my favorite books. This book is like the Bible for me. It's like the marketing Bible for me, right? No disrespect to the big homie J-Rock, it's the marketing Bible. All right. And it's called Influence by Dr. Robert Cialdini. All right. And and he has basically 6 what he calls weapons of influence that can help persuade people into doing things and influence them into making decisions that are favorable for you. Hopefully you're using this for good, but yeah, Influence by Robert Cialdini. The first weapon of influence that Cialdini talked about was called reciprocity, meaning when you give something to someone or help them with something, they're more likely to want to help you with something or give you something, right? And it's funny, this is Cialdini, not me. I ain't trying to get canceled, but he was in the book talking about how like some women are really weary about accepting gifts from men or even dinners or drinks because there's a psychological pull that makes you want to do something for them or be more kind for them. That's Cialdini. Don't cancel me. That's Cialdini's old crazy ass. I would never say nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Women, YouTube moderators, don't ever cancel me. Believe all women, I guess. All right. Anyway, how can you use this to make more money for yourself? Well, one thing I tell my students who I teach how to grow their online fitness business, I teach them one strategy to give away something free to their audience, right? Instead of when you're marketing, you're like, hey, buy my shit. No, you first of all, you give them a lot of good advice, right? So you're giving out free advice, boom, right? But then you can give them something free. Sometimes it's a free course, sometimes it's a free ebook. And the thing is, it has to be good. It actually has to be good. This won't work if you give out some bullshit. Like people think they can just throw some bullshit together. No, it has to be good. It has to be helpful, because if you actually give them something that's helpful, then according to the law of reciprocity, people will subconsciously feel almost indebted to you, right? Let me give you an example of how this works. Let me give you an example of how this works. Hold on, let me show you. Let me pull up one of my students. Sorry, the internet's running slow. So this is one of my students, Corey Armstrong. He made over $400,000 last year as an online trainer, right? He's one of my star students, right? And I'll show you some of his content. Oh, hopefully this is the right one. Let me just look real quick. No. I should have had this ready. It's my fault, Nima. Hold on, I want to find the right one. Okay, check this video out. So he's going to give some good advice.
Sweets. I got donut from the soul.
Let me run this back. Okay.
How to get ripped eating sweets. I got donut from the salty donut, and it's gonna help me lose body fat. Cheaters do win, but there is a right and a wrong way. In order to lose fat, you have to be in a calorie deficit. After a period, your body adjusts to that deficit. Fat loss is a hormonal process. Your body is constantly trying to hold on to as much body fat as possible. And so after a while, it gets adjusted to it, and your hormones to stop. If you've ever had a plateau, this is what happened. And in order to get your body out of that, it is beneficial to have a high calorie day, or what I like to call a cheat day. I teach my clients 6 steps forward, 1 step back, where we go 6 days hard in the direction of their goal, and then we take 1 day to refeed the muscles, build the metabolism, and get more fat loss. If you want to learn more about that, go ahead and type the word course below, and I'll send you the free Big Belly Blaster course.
All right, so he's doing a few things here that I teach my students. One, he gave away a lot of free advice in the actual video, right? This builds goodwill, and it actually helps people, right? He's giving up advice that helps people. Now, at the end, he said, hey, man, just type the word in, and I'll send you, type the word course, and I'll send you my free course. Boom. A lot of you see these people typing course in here. Boom. And he's sending them free courses, right? Like the course has to be good, and the content has to be good. It won't work if you're giving away some bullshit. It just won't work, right? But what happens is those people are easier to sell to him because he done helped them twice and gave them a bunch of free shit. Does that make sense? Right? They builds reciprocity, as well as they know him and like him and trust him more because he's giving away so much game for free. And then if they get some advice from the free, if they actually benefit from the free shit, what happens is people say, man, if his free shit is this good, imagine what happens if he actually was my trainer. You know what I'm saying? So it built, not only do you get the law of reciprocity, you also build trust. Does that make sense? Right? And you see, I do it too all the time. I'm about to do it right now. Check it out. Hey, if you want to learn how to make money like the homie Corey and my other students, I got a free ebook called The 10 Commandments of Online Training. It'll show you how to grow your online fitness business, even if you don't have a big following, even if you're not certified, even if you don't have a lot of experience. The link is in the description. Go ahead and download that now. All right. And this works for the host. I mean, this works for women too. So like, this is one of my students. This is my star student right now, Kelly Nicole Fit. She doesn't even have as many followers as Corey, but she made $1.5 million last year as an online trainer. And I want to show you how she uses it. See if I can.
You've counted macros before, but you never saw any progress from it. Listen up, because this is why. A lot of people think they just need one macro calculation and eat at that forever and they'll make progress. But that's simply not the case. A lot of people need to go through a lot of macro adjustments to get to that end goal that they have. For some people, that means 15 to 30 different adjustments to their macros as their body changes. If you don't know when to adjust your macros or how to adjust them, comment macros down below and I'll send you my free macro adjustment cheat sheet.
All right, so cool. So she gave some advice in the video that's helpful, right? Boom. But then she's going to show you how to adjust your macros too, give you the cheat sheet, right? All you got to do is comment. What did she say? Comment the word macros below. And then you see all these people commenting macros. Boom. Right. This really works. This really works. She made $1.5 million last year. And, you know, I helped her write like some of the ebooks that she put out, and she's doing fantastic. All right. Again, if you want to see it in action, go ahead and download the free ebook, The 10 Commandments of Online Training. And, you know, obviously there'll be, you know, and you can see if online training is even right for you. It may not be something that you're into, but, you know, my students are making a lot of money. Maybe it's right for you. Maybe it's not, though. Maybe you're reading like, hey, this is not for me. I don't want to work hard. Right? But if you like helping people accomplish their fitness goals, then it's probably the perfect business for you. All right. Anyway, let's move on to the next one from Robert Cialdini. The next weapon of influence is commitment and consistency, right? So basically, what Cialdini says is once we make a commitment, take a stand, or express a point of view, we feel pressure to behave consistently with that commitment, right? It's a subconscious thing. We desire to appear consistent to others, right? This is why it's so difficult to change someone's point of view, especially like on politics. If somebody came out and said, I'm a Democrat, or I'm a Republican, you're basically never going to get them to vote for the other side. You know, it's going to be difficult because they made this public declaration, and we have a subconscious bias towards wanting to remain consistent, right? So So Cialdini gave some examples of studies that were actually done when they would ask people to put signs on their lawn, right? It was like sign. They wanted people to put signs on their lawn to for some cause, right? And they went around asking a bunch of people to do it, and almost all the people said, "No, I don't want to put your fucking sign on my lawn, dummy. Get out of here," right? Then they ran the experiment again, and they asked people to just sign a petition that said that they were in favor of what the sign said, but not asking them to put a sign on the lawn. Just sign a petition saying that, hey man, I'm in favor and this is something I fuck with. I'm down with this, right? And they went and got those petitions. Then they went back a little bit later, and the people who signed the petition saying they were for the cause, they were almost twice as they were more than twice as likely to agree to put the sign on their yard. Right? Because, and the only thing that happened is they made a small commitment, right? Now they want to seem consistent, right? When we were younger, we called this the just the tip strategy. If you get the tip in a little bit, sooner or later, you're granted full access. This guy knows what I'm talking about. Right? So this can be called the just the tip strategy. And once you get a little bit of consent, it's easier to get further consent. Consent is important. I want the YouTube moderators to know I'm all about consent. I won't even look at a person without consent. You know what I'm saying? All right. How to use this in your marketing? Well, one thing that I used to do a lot is one thing you'll see a lot of marketers do. They'll sell you something super cheap at first, right? Sometimes this is called a tripwire, right? And then they'll get you to then they'll offer you more expensive things down the line. And yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right. For example, once I was at a strip club, long time ago, back before, back before I found the Lord. And and back when I was out here sinning, and I was at the strip club called the Spearmint Rhino in Las Vegas, Nevada, with my white boy Brian, and we went to the stage, and there was the strip club DJ was like, "And that welcome into the stage, Cinnamon," and this Caucasian woman came out with a long red hair. Presumably that's why her parents named her Cinnamon. And she started twerking that thing, and I was like, no me gusta gringo, right? And but Brian, he was very enamored with her white physique, and she started twerking that thing in front of him, and he was putting dollars in it, right? When she got off the stage, she didn't come to me, man. She didn't come to me. I wasn't tipping her at all. I was trying not to throw up in my mouth, but she was. But she went. Who she go? She went straight to Brian, right? Because he had already tipped her. Because it's easier to sell to somebody you've already sold to because of what? Consistency, right? You get what I'm saying? And then guess what? Now she didn't just she went. When you tip a girl on stage, what does she do? After those of y'all who've been to strip clubs, yeah, she's gonna ask you if you want to dance, right? But she's typically gonna go to the person who tipped her first because it's easier to sell to someone you already sold to, for a number of reasons. One is because of consistency, and if what you sold them initially was good, then they'll trust you more, and it's just easier to sell to. Kind of the way it's easier to have sex with someone you've already had sex with. I don't say that to be like lewd or crude. I just to illustrate the point, anyway. She starts dancing. Brian gets like 2-3 dances for her, right? I was drinking at the time. This was a long time ago. Somehow I don't really know what happened. I had got super drunk and Brian ended up in the VIP room with the chick, right? But she had, okay, so after she got like 3 dances from, right? Like $25 each or $20 each, some shit, right? She said, you want to go in the VIP room, right? She keeps upselling them, right? And Brian's excited to do it, right? Because it's easy to sell to somebody you already sold to, right? And so Brian's in the VIP room. Somehow I ended up in the VIP room too. I don't really remember what happened. I drank way too much that day. But anyway, I get out the VIP room and I'm like, yo, white boy Brian. I'm texting him, yo, we got to get up out of here, man. And and he was like, I already left. I'm in the cab with Cinnamon, headed to a hotel. And I was like, oh shit. And I had this like real unique feeling of both pride, because he's like my little brother, pride and extreme jealousy. I was like, man, this motherfucker's a pimp. I'm like, this motherfucker's a pimp. I was hating and proud. It was a weird emotion I haven't felt since. Anyway, I hop in the cab and I head to the hotel room. Now our hotel's rooms were adjacent to each other, right? So I get out the elevator. I'm walking to my hotel room. Down the hall, I see Brian open the door with his shirt off, open the door, and then Cinnamon comes out fully clothed and he walked away. And I'm thinking like, dude, man, that was like 7 minutes. Like you need to learn some breathing exercises or learn how to do Kegels or something, man. Like I feel like I got secondhand embarrassment for that shit, you know? And anyway, and he was like, nah, man, I didn't even have sex with her. I was like, why? He said she wanted $500. Now, I heard that was actually a deal. She probably did like him. I heard that was actually a deal. I don't know, you know. And but you see, she didn't just go off. She didn't just immediately offer him pussy for money, right? She worked her way up to that. Got small commitments from him, small sales, and they got bigger gradually. Pause. And then she and then she went for, you know, the big sale, right? If me and Brian was like, I was looking at her, I was like, shit, man, I got $500. But you know, she was white, and then to this day, I don't know why Brian didn't do it. I know he had $500 because I signed his checks. I still sign his checks. Motherfucker got $500. Ain't nothing to him. Anyway, how to use this in your business? Well, one thing I used to do back when we had the supplement company, we would sell trial versions of our fat burner T-Rex, right? And you just get it for like $1. And we actually lost money on every $1 sale. But people who bought that, the average order, they would end up buying way more shit. The lifetime value of that customer would be so much, because once they got into our ecosystem, now they're a customer. I thought it like the tip, like the tip at the stage, right? They tip us at the stage. Next thing you know, I'm asking for a dance. Next thing you know, I'm bringing them to the VIP room, selling them pre-workouts and protein. You know what I'm saying? After that, I'm like, hey, you want to go back to the metaphorically, you get a small commitment, then you can get bigger commitments. It's just the tip strategy. We've all used it. With varying degrees of success. Some of y'all had it used on you. Is somebody watching this who had just the tip? Is a dude watching this who had just the tip used on him? Now you gay forever. Yep, you do it once. You gay forever, man. It's cool. It's not the 90s. Love whoever you want to love, man. It's not hammer time. You know, that's who you are now. Queer. Yo, I'm wilding. All right. I don't think I'm gonna get through this.
Oh, for sure.
For sure, I'm not. All right, listen, guys. We're gonna get into the next on Thursday. I'm gonna finish this the 21 psychological system. Just remember where I stopped. I stopped after commitment. So this is gonna be a cliffhanger. I'm gonna do the what is it? The underline, right? Oh, the divider. Cool. All right, listen, guys. We're gonna pick this up next week. No, Thursday, because we do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Who we got to guess? Oh, we do got to guess on Thursday. I forgot all about this nigga. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yo, we got to guess. And he's a better future trader than me, right? He's gonna come on and talk to us about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's the homie. You'll see, special guest. All right, but listen. But between now and then, what y'all need to do is register for the free wealth building training that I'm doing with my richest friend, Derek Moneyberg. Excuse me. I want to teach you guys the 10 commandments of wealth. Derek's the one who got me into investing. All right, we're going to talk about investing in the stock market, investing in real estate, and we're going to talk about broad business, like just how to build business. Derek is one of the smartest guys I know. He's definitely my richest friend, and you're going to learn a ton of shit. I'm flying to Chicago. We're going to do it, and we're going to do it live from his studio at Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Register for that right now. All right, guys. I'll holler at y'all.